Yeah.
I gotta get over this hump.
You're not driving it?
Huh?
You're not driving it?
What, out?
Make sure the winch is gonna stop it.
Very nice. I see you guys in Daytona all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we broke the paper. You didn't like that.
You need me to Mighty Mo?
How you doing, Danny?
Hey.
That's looking good, man.
To a more favorable position on blocks, half of block 1 and block 2, depending on where Greg directs you. We're going to have people up there helping to guide us, but we want to move you so you have a little bit more access to the restaurants, to the band stage, all of those different things. So that's what we're going to do before the rest of the Saturday night cruise cars move in. So we're going to need a lot of cooperation from everyone to do it as quickly as possible and as orderly as possible.
How you doing? My name is Sam, and this is my 1980 Chevrolet Corvette, running a 496 motor with a 1071 blower, supercharged. It's a full back half car with a Ford 9-inch, a T56 6-speed transmission, manual shift. We tried to keep the interior stock from the seats forward. and then we have all the tin work and everything in the back. Wound up putting Zoomies exhaust on it, so it's extremely loud, and running a 21-inch wide rear tire.
How about the suspension?
It's pretty much stock suspension, but with coilovers in the front, and then in the back it's all aerospace braking, and like I said, a Ford 9-inch rear end with a 456 spool, and it's just a car I've owned since 1985, and it's transformed into this. Other than that, pretty much everything body-wise is original. The paint job was done in 2005, and it's held up very well, but it does sit in the garage quite often.
So, explain to me, like I'm a 5-year-old, what is the purpose of building the engine to this extreme?
Well, unfortunately, I got involved with the hot rod scene about 8-10 years ago, and it just inspired me seeing all these blower motor cars, and this is where it went. You know, I just kept spending more and more money until I got it to where I wanted it.
And you said it's street legal, right?
It is totally street legal, yes, sir. Insured and everything. We're insured through a custom car insurance company, Grundy's, and they ask for a dollar value, what you want to insure it for, and you just have to prove that you don't drive it all the time, which most people will see that this car isn't a daily driver.
Now, did you trailer it here? Or did
Yes, I do trailer. I live on the other coast. I've driven it as far as 60 miles to an event. I have a 20-gallon fuel cell in it, so I can go a little bit farther than some of the guys. But like I say, it's just a fun ride, and it attracts a lot of attention, but the kids love it, and it attracts a lot of attention when we drive down the road.
How much money do you think you have invested?
Are you going to tell my wife?
I promise I won't.
I'm in excess of 80,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds cheap.
Yeah, it is. I'm lying. But through the years, it just, the last rebuild is, brand new motor, some new electronics, new front tires and rims. It just never ends. It's an addiction more than anything.
They're never done, right?
No, never done. And I'm one of them kind of people that keep what they have. So most of these guys will sell their cars down the road, but like I said, this is till I die, and then it's a fight between my kids who's going to purchase it or own it afterwards.
Nice meeting you. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for the interview.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do voiceovers here because there's nothing I can do about the music they play at these events. Actually, what I'm gonna do is use some stock, generic white noise background, and what I'm also gonna do is just kill this music. So I hope you get to enjoy some of the other cars that were at the event, like this beautiful 1962 Corvette. I talked to the son of the original owner. They've owned the car since it was new, and they've been racing the car, first the dad and then the two sons, and so that's as I was told, a keeper, and it's going to stay in their family for a very long time, as it should. It's a really cool looking car. This one is Chevy Nova, and I guess you can say that it's a little bit milder compared to some of the other cars with the gigantic blowers. And it's been shaved As you can see there, no door handles or side markers. Looks really nice. I like the car. Smoking 69. So it is a 69 Nova. And this is another C3, a 1980 Corvette. And of course, without the owner present, I'm not even going to attempt to tell you the particulars about the engine or what was done to the vehicle. I am really clueless when it comes to pro street stuff. So as I sit here editing this video, my phone rings. And talk about serendipity. It is Danny, the guy who owns this 1980 black C3 Corvette. When I go to car shows, I usually try to leave a business card if the owner is not there. And I did in this case, and Danny found the card. And he gave me a call and we talked for a little while. The car is non-tubbed, so he drives it all the time. It is pretty streetable, which is very cool. And I'm gonna meet him probably during the turkey run later this month, November. And I'll get more information about this beautiful C3. This one is, I believe, a 1981 C3 Corvette. Highly modified, of course. Totally 100% custom paint job. And a blower that sticks up higher than a two-story building. And come to find out, Charlie, the guy who owns this Corvette, is Danny's brother. So I'm sure he's going to be out in Daytona for the turkey run. So I hope to get a little more information about both cars when I'm there. So what is Pro Street? And that is a good question. Kind of complicated though, but a good one. From my research, Pro Street started back in the 1980s, maybe 1990s. Where people would take former drag cars and make them street legal again. In other words, you would have a street legal race car. Now, to complicate things, you have Pro Street, Pro Touring, and Restomod. And if you ask 1,000 people what each one means, you will probably get 1,000 different answers. I guess you could say that's subject for another video. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.